Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 house building video. Today we're building a haunted house, as you know, obvious by the title and the picture. But I was really inspired by my Dine Out Rags to Riches Let's Play, where we're building a restaurant that is very spooky and kind of haunted in a way. Not really haunted, but just a kind of spooky build, Halloween-ish themed as well. We're getting close to that time of year, so not too far off. Maybe I'll do another one actually around Halloween. That might be a better idea. This was, another build, actually. This is the second build I've done inspired from that Dine Out series. So that series has been really good inspiration because we did the rock pool build a number of weeks ago now that was based off the last restaurant we did. So this, again, is based off the current one. Well, yeah, it must be current at this time. Anyway, it's a tiny little home, only one bedroom, 1.5 bathrooms, because we have a bathroom upstairs and then a toilet downstairs. So really, really small home, just looking kind of creepy. But I put a lot of little details into this one that I think makes it kind of exciting. Instead of being a huge sort of mansion-y build, it's just a little detailed, spooky house. And I think on the island as well, it's kind of a fitting location to put it. This one, I had a lot of, I guess trouble with the roofing. I guess you can probably see by me playing around with it right now. I really wish, because whenever you think, not whenever you think of it, but whenever you picture a spooky or kind of haunted house, you often either think of kind of pointy roofs, like curved in slightly, like the sort of spire we have, or you think of those sort of pitched roofs. I don't even know what they're called. The flat top roofs, where it like pitches up and then has like a flat top. Like you have that sort of, I don't know. I really don't know architectural terms because contrary to popular belief, I am not some sort of architect or really anything that is qualified to make buildings, as evident by my lack of knowledge about terminology. I did look into it once before though, when I was finishing up high school and like looking around at university and what I wanted to study, I did consider architecture. Like I went along and had a look into it, and then I realized, you know what, this is not something I want to do. Like, no, and I think I've mentioned this before. No offense to people that are architects and enjoy it, but for me personally, it was really not what I wanted to do. I lost interest very quickly, and when I looked into it, I was just like, oh, okay, that's what it is. Because really, at the end of the day, all I want to do is just design stuff and just design crazy builds and do that kind of stuff. Whereas, unfortunately, like most of the real world, once you look into, once you start looking into something, you're like, oh, it's actually not like it is in the movies, which is unfortunate. Which is unfortunate because everybody would like to do some crazy movie job, which would be fun. But anyway, though, to be fair, I am doing some crazy video job, I guess, because, YouTube is what I do, which, thank you very much, because you're making that happen right now by being here, so thank you. So I guess, in a way, I am an architect by trade. No, I'm not. Just as a disclaimer, I'm really, really not. I'm just building Sims houses on YouTube. I don't even know, what am I even talking about? This is like the last Sims commentary I have to record, because as you know, I am currently away. So I've been recording the last few days, like 30 plus videos, a number of builds, like 4 builds. And it's been full on. This is the last one I have to do though. So it's pretty exciting times, guys. But yeah, I have very little time before I go. I leave tomorrow. I guess that's plenty of time to get this done. But anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that. I actually had a lot of trouble with the windows. It wasn't really the windows that I wanted. And the ones that I did want to use, they didn't have, I wanted the windows to be all black, whereas the ones I want to use, like that sort of curved one, only has the black shutters and then like the white framing, which is really annoying because I wanted it all, like the windows all to be black. But in the end, I went for the windows that did have the white frames just because it suited the look of the house better rather than those ones that are on there now they don't fit at all. Like it doesn't look like it goes with that house. It doesn't fit in at all. So instead I've used these ones with the shutters and the sort of white frames because I think that still works pretty well. And especially when you go to nighttime, it does look pretty spooky. But I think at the end of the day, I'm way happier. I'm way happier with how the interior turned out. I would definitely like to revisit this sort of spooky house, possibly for Halloween, like I mentioned earlier, because number one, I'd probably like to make it bigger and like have it a big kind of spooky manor rather than just a little shack. Like, because the way I was imagining this is like a little tiny house, I guess, Psycho-esque, but not really, because it's way smaller than the Psycho house. But, you know, like on top of a hill, and just like you look up and you just see this horrifying little house up there. You know, that's kind of how I was picturing it. But unfortunately, you can't do any terrain editing in Sims 4. So, yeah, I don't know. I often ponder going back to The Sims 3 and doing builds every so often, which I have nothing against. It's just, I didn't really have... Because the thing with Sims 3 builds is they actually take a colossal amount of time. And I've said this in a few builds before. Building in Sims 4 is much quicker than other games. Not only because there is a lot more tools that are more powerful, but also, let's be honest, it has less things that you can do. So that's what also makes it quicker. But also... It's also quicker because it runs better than The Sims 3, which is a freaking hog. It's a hog of The Sims 3. Like, it's so laggy in The Sims 3. But, of course, you can do constrained floor elevation, terrain editing, split levels, all that kind of stuff. That's what takes longer in Sims 3, and I didn't really have time to do that right now. Though, having said it now, I would love to go back to The Sims 3 and do like another, because I did do a spooky build in The Sims 3 many years ago. I don't think it was a video though. Let me check. I put it up on modthesims.info because that's where I used to post all my house builds back in the day, and I did do a spooky build in The Sims 3. This was, I don't even know what year it would have been, probably 2010 maybe, or maybe 11, I don't know. I'm totally guessing. I'm looking it up now. Let's see, go to my profile. In case you're wondering, on modthesims.info, I am under Flabaliki, which is my other YouTube channel. Oh, there it is. Wait, no, that's a different one. That's like a castle build. Here it is. Lucifer Crow. Is that how you say it? I don't even know how you say Cruex. It's even got a spooky name. I don't even know how to say that. Cruex is how I'm going to say it. I know that's completely wrong. Oh, that's right. In Sims 3, you could even have like the special effects. So I have like the fog emitter and all that. So it's like, oh, that's cool. It's like this little spooky build that's on a hill, and it's like got all this fog around. Oh, that's good. That is good. I'm like complimenting myself in the past. Oh, it was 2011, 30th of January, 2011. I posted it. I was close, almost 2010. That's a good build. I don't know if I did a video of this. No, I don't think so. It also requires a custom column that I made, and it links to my website, which does not have that page anymore, so that's not ideal. Yeah, no, there's no video of that. It was just a build I did. Back in the day when I just did builds and I didn't record them. Ah, that's how it all started. Let me look at the pictures of it. Why am I doing this during this video? I'm like talking up a completely different build while something else is going on in the background. But that's cool. You should check it out. Check it out, Mod The Sims, Flabaliki. Anyway, back to this build. Yeah, so the interior is actually really small. I even decided to take up a large portion of the house with the hallway and a set of stairs because, I don't know, these kind of spooky houses, they always have hallways, don't they? They always have like these, they give you the spooks, they do. I actually really like the living room though. That's like the main room in the house. So we have like a couple of sofas, a bookcase, a chess table and all that. And just all this dark colored like decoration. I put the cobweb up there, which is actually, the cobweb is actually supposed to be a decorative item, like you would put up at Halloween or spooky days as it's known in The Sims. I was going to say The Sims 3, but it is known as that in Sims 3. I don't even know if there is a spooky day in Sims 4. I have no idea. What I was saying about the cobwebs is that even though they're actually like an in-game decoration, I used them as a real cobweb, I guess. That's how I'm imagining it. Like it's a real cobweb from a real spider that's like being put up there. That's kind of the idea I was going with anyway. I really wish those window bays, I wish I actually had like item slots on it that you could actually just place an item on. Because like I had to kind of just move objects on, like the little ship model and also that weird branchy bush thing up on them. I don't know why they don't, because it's a really good little window bay. Anyway, the world's tiniest kitchen, which has actually, strangely enough, been a theme in my recent builds. Like it must have been a couple of weeks ago now, the big family starter or the 8-sim starter home, tiny kitchen. And then it was, the week before that was the bridge house, tiny kitchen. I don't know. Like, I'm honestly not doing this on purpose, but for some reason, like it's just because they're all small builds that they've all had the world's tiniest kitchens. And I don't know, it just kind of happened all at the same time. Also, I mean, to be fair, it's because I've had to like crammed so much into the last few days. Like I've built all of these within the span of a day, pretty much. So a lot of the sort of same ideas come out. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, so I was just trying to readjust the kitchen to make sure that my sim could actually get through. Always really, really handy to have a sim on the lot when you're doing like really small spaces to make sure everything works. So that's why I have them here. Reason she couldn't get through was because the pots and pans hanging off the roof. She couldn't walk under it, so I just put it over the counter instead. But she can still use the sink, and everything else still works fine. You still have that sort of detail of all the pots and pans hanging from the roof, so that's really, really good. Yeah, so we have this little kitchen, and we again another similar theme, another similar thread running throughout my recent builds. There's no dining room in this house, but I guess that's probably obvious that there's no room for one. I mean, we could have, like, the thing is, I could have had this all open plan, but because it's supposed to be like an old, almost, I guess, old Victorian styled home, like really old Victorian styled home, which I guess is kind of redundant to say because if it was a Victorian home, it's inherently old. Anyway, the point is, it's an old home, so like old homes weren't modern open plan. They were, closed in separate rooms, hallways, that kind of stuff. So that's what I've done, is we've got all these hallways. Like, even like we have a hallway that leads to another hallway. Like we have the entrance hallway, and then off to the side we have the stairway hallway, which for a couple of reasons. Mainly because the doors at the front and the back take up most of the house. Like there's nothing I could do with that space. And then we have the stairs, which can only really go on that side of the house. So again, it kind of just had to be a big hallway. But decorating in such a way with the dual hallway actually made it look okay, which I was quite pleased with. I think the screenshots of this build, I'm super pleased with. Like just looking at the build when it was done, I was like, oh, that's good. That's good. It makes me so happy when, like, at the end of a build, I go to take screenshots and I'm like, there is no bad angle. That's what I want. That's what I want to go for. Like there's no bad angle of this room. If I take this picture from any side, it's going to look good. That's what this house was. And I was like, yes, this is good. This is really good. I was super happy with it. There's not much I could do with this hallway. So I don't know. I put like a stone bust in the corner there, on like a pedestal, which I thought that's kind of creepy. Why the hell would you have that in there? Then we have these cobwebs everywhere, just hanging over the doorway just a little bit, so you can see it sort of dangling over the arch there just a little bit, and then of course it's on the wall as well. And then I use those creepy changing pictures that came with Spooky Day. No, it's not Spooky Day, Spooky Stuff Pack. Is that what it came with? I don't know, something like that. Anyway, so yeah, really, I would have liked to get a second bedroom upstairs, and I was going to use that tiny room upstairs for one, but we kind of needed a bathroom, so I made sure that we had a bathroom and not a second bedroom. Again, that was another reason I think after doing this, I really want to come back and do a bigger build when I have more time, because really it was like this sort of combination of not having much time and then, just having to do all these videos that I didn't really get to make it any bigger, which is unfortunate, but I still think something really cool came out of it. I was able to make this tiny, intricate, detailed build rather than some huge thing. But when I do want to come back, when I do want to come back, I definitely want to come back. When I come back from my trip, I think like just all the stuff I've done the last few days, I've had so much inspiration that I want to spend so much more time on all these things. Like I've got so many good ideas. Like, well, I think they're good ideas. It might be terrible ideas. Let's just put it this way. I've got so many ideas of things I want to build, but I need more time and I don't have the time right now. So it's just really exciting times, guys. Especially with, I guess by the time this video comes out, City Living must be pretty close to, it must be a couple of weeks away from release, I think. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks from when this video, so not long. So though that will be even more builds. Definitely going to be doing like penthouses and apartment builds. Because you can do, they said, at least recently, I don't know, this is like weeks in the past I'm recording this, but they said recently, so I guess a few weeks ago, that you can use the penthouse lots as any type of lot. It doesn't have to be residential. So it could be like a penthouse restaurant. So you could have a restaurant at the top of the city and you have like these panoramic views all the way around the outside. And then you have like the kitchen in the middle or something. I mean, there's a lot of potential there. Of course, you could have like a nightclub up the top as well. You could have, I don't know, a gym if you wanted, but who would want to do that? But I think there's a lot of cool stuff we could do. I mean, it'd also be really interesting to just build a regular house on top of a skyscraper. It looks so stupid. But a lot of potential there. So, again, another room that I spent a lot of time just detailing was the bedroom. I guess I say another room I spent a lot of time detailing, but to be fair, there's like 3 rooms in this. The kitchen, the living room, and like the bedroom. And then that's it. And then we have like 2 other rooms. So, yeah, anyway. I was just making sure to do little bits of detailing everywhere that I could. Everywhere there was a lick of space, that's what I did. Again, this is taking inspiration from my Dine Out Rags to Riches build, so where I used this fence, which arguably is the spookiest fence in game. I don't know. I think just that dark sort of, I don't know, what is that, like ivy or something growing on it? I have no idea what it, I don't know. I didn't read the description of it. I don't know what it would be. Either. Ivy? I don't know. Well, there's something growing on the fence and the dark color of the fence. And then inside of the walls, you just get all this gross, dirty grass and make it look overgrown and just horrible and horrendous and the worst, the place you don't want to visit. You know, it's that house in your street that you go past and you're just like, why is that on my street? Why is this here? This is creepy. You run past it at night because you're like, I don't want to be here. It's kind of spooky. One thing that I really want in this game, which is something that's weird and probably not something that you would often ask to get in a game, but I want dead trees. I want dead trees because there's no spooky trees. Like there's weird looking trees and interesting looking trees, but there's no like just dead tree. There's no just dead tree. Like that's what this needs. If you had like a dead tree, that would just amplify the spook factor. Like the spook factor would be squared, and then it would be cubed, then it'd be cube rooted and then squared again, so then it'd really just be squared. But it'd be all those kind of things. And it would be great. I don't know, the spook factor. Man, it's going to be good. New TV show coming soon. Spook factor. And who are the judges going to be? I don't know. Who's someone spooky? I don't know. Who is a spooky person? Ooh, Willem Dafoe. He could be pretty spooky. If he wants to be anyway. Because he's a great actor. Willem Dafoe. A little reference there. Who else is a spooky actor? Like, there's some people that can just really pull off like that like, oh my god, they are creepy. I think, I don't know. You know what? Let's find out. Who's going to be the judges on Spook Factor? Spooky actors. Worst Google search ever. Creepy actors. Oh, here we go. Wait, my favorite top 20 spooky actors. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Oh, well, this is fine too. Johnny Depp. I was actually, the thing is, I was actually going to say Johnny Depp, but I was like, not really. Half of these people aren't even, he's not even an actor. Harry Houdini. He was a magician. Christopher Walken, that's true. He can be spooky if he wants to be. Oh, that's playing sound. Let me close that webpage. It was playing, anyway, this has just been the most tangential? That doesn't sound right. Tangential. Tangential. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Tangential commentary ever. No, it's not. I've done other commentaries that are just not even related at all. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it because here are the screenshots. I didn't do them at nighttime because it's kind of hard to see the house at nighttime because it's kind of, I don't even know if I did any screenshots at nighttime in this, but I kind of did it at sunset. You get the idea. And then when it goes nighttime, it just gets even creepier and even spookier. But you get the idea really on I think the inside is where this house absolutely shines. I love the interior of this place. Really don't like the chess table, but that was actually the best one to go in there. Like I like the chess table, but the legs of the chess table where it's like that green. It's like the room looks better from that angle. Look at this kitchen. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Again, you can download this house on the Sims 4 gallery. You can click the link down below to download the house, or you can go to the gallery and search hashtag the Sim Supply, or search for my origin ID, which is the Sim Supply with no spaces, and you'll be able to find it on there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the build because I had a lot of fun making it. And I definitely want to do a bigger, more involved, kind of creepy build for, if not Halloween, just any other time of the year, because it doesn't have to be. Look at that picture on the wall. Oh my god. It doesn't have to be for Halloween. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day. Just waiting for the video to end. There it is.